And just like that, this series might be over. Today, the Dallas Mavericks took a commanding 3-0 lead on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And what sucks is um it was weird officiating. They weren't really letting anyone play. Missed calls on both sides, I feel like. But a lot of Timberwolves players were in foul trouble. Jaden McDaniels, Mike Conley were notable ones. Oh no, of course Rudy Gobert. Um, this sucks. The what was it? The Timberwolves were down about like 10, 12 points at one point, I believe. Yeah, 12 points, and they came back in the third quarter. They entered the half only down like 7 or 8 points, and the way they were playing, they should have been down way more. But luckily, in the first half, no one was really doing anything besides Luka and Kyrie. Um, yeah, and then the second half, role players really stepped up for the Mavericks. It seemed like, and of course, Luka and Kyrie were just connecting. Um, Luka was playing good but inefficient the first 3 quarters, and the fourth quarter happened, and he turned on God mode. He ended the game with 33 points, 5 steals, 5 assists, and 7 rebounds. So was it? What is that? A quadruple single for Luka Doncic? Insane. He was playing phenomenal defense today. His three ball was really falling, and he was making his normal tough shots that he usually does. Kyrie Irving, he was also phenomenal in the fourth quarter. There were about 3 minutes to start the quarter. Minnesota was up three, or it was tied or something, and Kyrie kept them afloat. He just attacked the basket, hit tough shots, normal Kyrie Irving stuff. And around, what was it, the second quarter or first quarter, Derek Lively, yeah, it was the first quarter, I guess. Derek Lively was playing phenomenal, and then he took a knee to the back of the head. Well, first, he took a knee to the crotch from Cat, which I'm surprised didn't get overturned, but that's fine. Um, and then just an unfortunate sequence where he took a knee to the back of the head, and he left the game with a neck sprain. Well, first it was concussion protocols, but now it just seems like a neck sprain. So hopefully he's able to return for the Mavericks. Not, don't rush him back. You don't need to bring him back next game unless he's fully okay and ready to go. But ideally, by was it by the finals, you would want him back. Good minutes from Josh Green. Jaden Hardy, he had a very mixed bag. Um, he had a really controversial offensive foul call where literally nothing happened. Um, just good defense from Conley and better offense, but they called it offensive foul. Um, it was just really weird officiating throughout the whole game. Um, Pretty much the whole game, they don't have a plan to stop Luka Doncic. And they didn't really try doubling too much because in the first quarter, that is, because he just find Lively like wide open. And I'm wondering, why didn't you try that more in the fourth now that Lively was gone? I believe they did try once, but then PJ Washington made his 1-3 of the day or something. He Oh wait, he actually played way better than I thought. Yeah, a good game from PJ Washington, and Derrick Jones Jr. shot well. So you finally had a good shooting game from the Mavericks. And what is it? They won by like 10, 9, something like that. Um, on the Timberwolves side, this sucks. Anthony Edwards played better than usual, but it was mostly that third quarter. When Lively went down, he suddenly started going into attack mode. Because Gafford is a good defender, but he's not as great as Lively is. So they started just attacking. Mike Conley was huge for them. He was arguably their best player in the fourth quarter. He hit like two threes. Cat was atrocious pretty much the whole game. 0 for 8 from 3. Not a good shooting series at all from him. Jaden McDaniels had another good shooting game as well. 15 points from him. Um, I mean, Anthony Edwards did play better than what he has been playing, but still, this is not good enough. You need to play better like a superstar. And of course, your sidekick also has to play better like an actual sidekick. Rudy Gobert, he gets so much slander when really it's not his fault. You could make an argument he is the Timberwolves' best player this whole series, but his other two co-stars have not been stepping up. Um, they sat him a lot in the fourth, and I was questioning that, but apparently he had 5 fouls, so I guess that's fine. I really do think they could have won if Gobert was not in foul trouble and he could have started the fourth. Um, because Kyrie got a lot of his comeback like off of layups and floaters. It felt like, of course, difficult shot making. And to the Timberwolves, this series has they keep trying the same thing, which is in the fourth quarter, try to go shot for shot with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. That is not gonna work. It's 90% of the times it's not gonna work in your favor. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving are two of the clutchest players in the league. Okay, so it's not gonna work out that well. Anthony Edwards had a bad fourth quarter, pretty much disappeared. He got I don't even know how many points he ended up with in that fourth quarter. Let me see if they updated it. Yes, they did. 2 for 3. He made one shot while the game was still close, but that was about it. Nothing else really. Cat not good at all in the fourth. Also, the commentating was weird. I didn't like Reggie Miller and Stan Van Gundy very much. Naz Reid, not as good as last game, but still very good game from your 6th man of the year. And I don't know, you're just getting outclassed by the real difference in this series is just their 2 stars are outperforming your 2 stars. And that really does suck because against the Nuggets, they were really able to figure it out and really cook the Nuggets. It's not working now. So, you just it just looks like they need another offensive option. Now, you wouldn't be saying that if Cat could hit his shots, but I don't know, just something, some other offensive option. Yeah, it just really sucks if you're a Timberwolves fan. You're down 0-3. A lot of people picked them to win the series, myself included. I thought it'd be 7 because I thought Dallas was capable of winning the series. But geez, shout out Jason Kidd also. He does questionable things in the regular season, like coaching wise and lineup wise, but when it's the postseason, he really locks in. DNPing Tim Hardaway Jr. is crazy because he was getting crazy minutes in the regular season. He just goes with who's hot, and I really like that from him. He also has a great like defensive game plans for teams and stuff. And it just works out well having Kyrie and Luka because you don't need too much to figure out that offense. So really good job by Jason Kidd and the Mavericks organization for putting this team together. And you might have to go back to the drawing board, Minnesota, because you built the perfect team to beat Denver, but this team does not do well against Dallas at all. So, we could talk about a bit about the Boston series. It's not as interesting because we all pretty much know the ending. Boston was actually down for a lot of this game, as you can see. But they came back, and then Drew Holiday got a steal. It's pretty much sealed the deal. Yeah. Let's just look at the Pacers side. Siakam played good. Miles Turner played good. You just were missing Tyrese Halliburton, which is a big miss. So if he had him, he'd probably win this game because then he wouldn't have to play guys like Doug McDermott. Also, TJ McConnell, shout out him. I don't know what his contract situation is like, but he's gonna be paid soon. I know Obi is also a free agent, so he's gonna get paid soon too. Nemhart was phenomenal. Okay, um, but yeah, it's just kind of weird that the most like impressive win, I guess, um, for the Celtics is against a Pacers team without their best player. So I don't know. The Celtics have not played like an actual challenging team in about 2 months. So that might factor in how the finals goes. Of course they're gonna be well rested, but still they're it might be interesting. This series could be this whole what do you call it? Not series. Both series could end by Tuesday. Now, I don't think the Timberwolves are going to get swept, but you never know. So, and then we'd have to wait until, I believe, the 5th? Yeah, the 5th, I think, of June until you get the NBA Finals. So, that's about it. Leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.